I mean, spoiled the match, so we need to play the next day. And the stadium was more full than even the Sunday. It was a working day, Monday, but they came to watch quality.
Sure.
Not just players playing on the field.
And realize that, at a certain standard. I am worried where, again, people are saying that if you take a look at those who are genuinely Hearts and Kotoko fans, they are more people, they are the people who are above their 30s, who witnessed the 2008, 2004, 5, 6 Hearts Kotoko encounters. The current generation of 18, 19 years don't even care about Hearts and Kotoko. You can talk about Chelsea and mine, they will be interested in that one. So how do you sell the games or the two teams into these generation of Ghanaian fans, football lovers? Because for them, it's not about Hearts and Kotoko. For those of us who are in our 40s, we know much about Bekwe, Dankwe. Some people don't even know who Dankwe is.
That's true.
Dankwe can walk around. Nobody knows him.
Yeah.
Except maybe you and me and other people say, oh, that's Dankwe. But those at 19, 18 years, they don't even know. But they know Rashford. They know, what you call it, Wayne Rooney. They know David Beckham. They know them because of what? Exposure. So we have a lot of work to do. That even at the point, somebody was telling me that at some point, you haven't paid for your ticket. You go to Kumasi and some legends of the club, some people are like, especially those who are at the gate, who are you? They don't know them. And you don't blame them because they never saw them play. So it is now, I'm saying that it's a responsibility of Hearts and Kotoko to now create a certain platform for their legends and their former players, that when they want to watch games, they have a special card that is shown, and then say that this is a former Kotoko legend. He's supposed to watch our games for free. This is a legend for Hearts of Oak. He's supposed to watch our games for free. That is what you do to motivate those who end up playing for you and want to associate themselves with the club. Like I said, we need to sell the football in a certain way that those who have played the game before and still associate themselves with the club. For instance, Heart of Lions former players, I'm not sure some people in Bando still remember some of them when Bekwe was playing there. I'm not sure. They remember.
Yeah,
that's true.
I don't think so. They don't even know them. But Bekwe can remember some of the players. I think I forgot some of them. There was this, apart from Mike, what's his name? The one who played for who came to play for Kotoko. No, there was a player who played for Kotoko and scored a goal against Bando Heart of Lions. Kotoko lost that game, but he went to play for Germany. He went to play a football club in Germany. I forgot the name. One striker, very good striker. So when you go back in our days, these clubs must begin to recognize the old ones and then find a way to sell the clubs. Today, we are here. A player is signed for Kotoko. The player does not know the history of Kotoko.
That's what I'm saying.
They have no idea what the club is all about. Same with Hearts of Oak. You sign, they don't even know the history of the club because the club doesn't own their own facility for them to even have a tour of the facility to know the former players, former pictures. I walk into Old Trafford and I can see pictures of all their players, and they have scripts about every player who was outstanding, Van Persie, Wayne Rooney, David Beckham, all of them. So when you're signed, you go and watch these players. So you decide what name you want to have for yourself and how you want to play.
Even jersey numbers.
As Chelsea,
jersey numbers also count. You can't just walk to Manchester and go and pick number 7 jersey. No. There's a responsibility on that number. But over here, anybody just walks in, picks a jersey that he wants to use, then he's playing the season.
Let me ask, what jersey number was Infum wearing? What jersey number was even Karim Zito wearing when he was at Kotoko? What jersey number was Reverend Sekofu wearing when he was at These are things for all of them. Heart of Folk, go back to the history. What jersey number was the person wearing? Why was he wearing this number? What was the history behind it? How has the jersey number evolved over time? How significant is it? And all those things. These are things that we must sell. But like I said, that is for a lot of football managers to deal with. But to sell the football of Kotoko and Hearts to the Gen Zs and the Gen Alphas and whatever their names are, they don't know anything about Hearts and Kotoko.
Exactly.
And they don't care. They would not come to the stadium ordinarily to come and watch, but they would prefer to go and sit at pubs and watch Chelsea, Fluminense, and whatever. They want to watch those games.
All right,
but they will not come and watch Asante Kotoko.
Exactly. So currently, pictures on your screens are now from the dressing room, Kumasi Asante Kotoko. There you have Hearts of Oak dressing room there already. Prepare the captain. We're going to be seeing some great football this afternoon.
And I think there's no names on the jerseys.
Yeah, because this was actually done by the.
No, you see, this is all things that Graham was just saying, because if I should see the name, I will know the player from now. How much will it cost for you to put the names there for the fans to know their players?
That's true.
You see, it's all part of the marketing strategy.
Yeah.
Because now everybody is wearing any number anyhow, and then we don't even know them. For now, if you tell me to give you Kotoko first 11, I cannot give you.
That's interesting.
It's not all of them that are even.
And this is a Kotoko legend speaking,
yeah.
and I think this is quite a serious issue we need to address going into the next season.
But again, it's also a worry for the commentators, because beyond the fact that there are new players who have come in,
you don't know their names.
You want to identify them by jersey numbers and of course their names.
Yeah.
I think we've gone a long way to have these things. We talked about it. It was changed. We don't have to lower the bar.
Yeah.
Once you know that this is even if it's a ceremonial cap, one jersey that player is going to wear for House of Oak or Kotoko on the day with his name at the back, it's fine. Give it to the person.
It will not cost you anything.
But when we do these things, I think at the end of the day, we are still going back into the time where there was no numbers and names, there was no names, and so I mean, because I know sometimes they are even the camera guys, when they are there, you ask them, number 6, who's number 6? Now he's going to call the floor manager.
Yeah.
Who's then the floor manager will go and ask the assistant coach, who is wearing number 6? This is all stress.
Where am I?
But anyway,
stress.
guys, I think, going forward, let's just let viewers enjoy today.
Sure.
We need to have a broader stakeholder meetings and also discussion concerning even next season. Listen, for me, the headache is that you're seeing these beautiful pictures on your screens, the jerseys, everything, the pump and pageantry around the President's Cup and what have you. Will it be just a 9-day wonder or a flash in the pan? After this, are we going to see even our schools and the kids? Are we going to see our churches rep your jersey with Ghanaian clubs? What are we going to see? Can we start changing the narrative now by making sure that, as we stated, though this is being organized by Galka and they have to put up these jerseys and everything, I feel, again, they need to be pat on the shoulder for putting up such a great thing. They have done well with the part of trying to get people to throng the stadium to celebrate the Republic Day. But importantly, this is what we are saying. Really, do we want to go back again, or we want to change the narrative? Because ordinarily, you would want to say that, okay, if it had to be even a ceremonial game in England, we don't want to be doing the comparison, but then we are forced to sometimes when these things come up. Again, you will not see a ceremonial cup being played and you enter the dressing room and there are no names on jerseys. And it's a worry because the kids who are watching live currently at home would want to say they can identify with the jersey number. Mommy, buy me this player's jersey because I saw it on screen. And that's the interesting part. And the whole issue has to do with the fact that the influx of these jerseys in our system where we don't have our own even for kids. And you get people, you approach them and you ask that, why don't we have a Hearts of Oak jersey for kids? Okay, there's somebody who comes and introduces something. Yesterday, it was quite an interesting conversation I had with somebody in Hearts of Oak. She said I shouldn't mention her name though. She said, we had a particular general manager who came. He changed a few things, and then after changing those things, well, he says the kids' jersey should be sold at the same price as the jersey for the, and so many things that really is not helping our league. But hey, let's enjoy today. When we do and have fun after, these clubs. So Coach Karim Zito waving us there, telling us what they have up their sleeves currently. The players trooping into their dressing room, getting ready for the game so far. So wherever you're watching us from, these are live pictures we're bringing you. Is the dressing room of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, former vice chairman or vice president of the Ghana Football Association, who just went by, Fred Papo there on your screen, and also organizers of the Ghana League Clubs Association, the camera station there to welcome Kumasi Asante Kotoko into their dressing room. So wherever you're watching us from, we're counting it down. Kickoff is just about beginning, and we gather that Shatawale will be performing pretty soon also, and then get to enjoy this game. It's our version of El Clasico, and we're bringing it to you live in your homes here on GH1 TV. The commentary is going to be obviously on our sister stations. It's going to be on Star 103.5 and on the commentary side here on Kasapa. So make sure you tune in to our radio channel. Days.
Yeah, when it gets to this time, I mean, it's almost time for the show. So my concentration is more on how I start the game with, because in football you have 15 minutes to organize yourself on the field of play. You don't just start. Abedipele used to advise us on that one, that at least 5-10 minutes you should know what you're about on the pitch. Don't go and do something extra which you haven't planned for. There should be a plan towards the game. So that is what you have to have in mind. But when we get here, there's nothing like mobile phones or anything. It's all about you being meditating on the game and then to go and give in. Even if you can play just 10 minutes, play that 10 minutes well and leave that legacy there.
Exactly. So you saw the phobia bird landing there. They call it. The phobia bird has also landed at the Accra Sports Stadium. And then pictures of players of Accra Hearts of Oak getting into their dressing room also. I was expecting to see powder on their faces. Unfortunately, this time around.
Maybe it's in the dressing room.
Anyway, so yeah, these are live pictures from the Accra Sports Stadium where we're bringing you that game. Is the President's Cup. Who will be lifting the 18th edition of the President's Cup this evening at the Accra Sports Stadium? Will it be Kumasi Asante Kotoko, who came all the way from Kumasi this morning to face their arch rivals, Accra Hearts of Oak? So pictures currently on screen has to do with players of Accra Hearts of Oak, getting into the dressing room. They're all feverishly poised for this particular action. Graham, if you're still there, what does this bring you? I mean, what memories do you get from such things?
I mean, typical Hearts and Kotoko matches. Remember, it's always been the home. Accra Sports Stadium has been the home of Hearts of Oak, as compared to that of Kumasi also being the home of Kotoko. But this is where sometimes the argument starts in the tunnel. Remember when the match about starting, that is when the players even begin to fight in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to have the bragging rights. You know, that is where the concentration is. There are moments sometimes, depending on what happens, where they will tell you that there's somebody went, smear some whatever at the dressing room, and there's so many things happening there. There's some incense being burnt there and all those things. I'm not too sure if these things are still being done between these two clubs anytime they want to play. So we want to see some bit of professionalism is on the pitch that we see these things. And like I said, it's a ceremonial cup, so there wouldn't be a lot of competitiveness there because the season's about to start. A lot of Kotoko players want to be fit to concentrate on the Confederations Cup. Other players also want to be fit so the next season they may get the opportunity to play. Yesterday we saw Musiala pick up that grueling injury, out for 6 months. It means the season will start. He'll probably be in the cast there. So it's more like players would want to be cautious, but again they want to be competitive on the pitch to show their fans that they have the bragging rights. This season it's been Kotoko all through against Hearts of Oak, and now Hearts of Oak feel that listen. Yeah, you had your day at the season, but when it comes to this cup match, we want to show to you that we always love the cups. And so we want to see how it goes.
Exactly. So, currently you have Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Kumapema Pembeba, the lads are on the field now, warming up against all odds. They are currently they are poised for action. You see the likes of Mohamed Kamara, who obviously being imposed. In defense, we're going to be having Aziz Haruna Dari, Samba O'Neill, Henry Ansu. We're going to be seeing the likes of Patrick Asiedu, Joseph Ablo, Lord Amwa, and a host of them there, all prepared for this particular action. Will it be the day that the story will be rewritten? Last year, I'm told that Hearts of Oak was mocking Kumasi Asante Kotoko because Asek Mimosa came all the way from Ivory Coast to defeat them, and so they are going to teach them how to play the President's Cup here at Accra Sports Stadium, Eric.
Those are some of the bragging rights that makes the game very, very good. Yeah, so I'm yet to see I mean, both coaches, what they have for us at the upcoming season, what they have for us. This game will showcase everything. Definitely. We are going to see everything which the coaches have for us during the upcoming season.
Exactly. So Kamara there on your screens, the likes of Albert Amwa and also Elvis Chepafor and Kwame Poku, you've seen all of them warming up for this particular pulsating action we'll be experiencing this afternoon at the Accra Sports Stadium. So time is fast ticking. We're counting it down. Kickoff will definitely be coming up pretty shortly also. So wherever you're watching us from, make sure you call a friend to call a friend. Stick and stay with us here on GH1. Turn on to the pitch now. Before the game kicks off, and it's important, Eric.
Yeah, because when they came on the pitch to check the field, you should have known the boot that he will use, not when he got onto the field to play before you check on those things. So I think some people must raise their bar high. I mean, in the technical team and all that. Yeah.
Anyway, so this for your information, the likes of Zakaria Fuseni, Francis Akwa, who were all signed from Brekum Chelsea.
They are starting.
They are starting in this particular one, and it's quite an interesting sight. Anyway, Karim Zito has something up his sleeves this afternoon, and I believe that it's going to be an afternoon full of, it's going to be a KG encounter, and it's going to be an end-to-end action afternoon. You're not going to be bored, obviously, because the likes of Francis Akwa, they come in with so much verve and energy. Watching him play for Brekum Chelsea, and also Aziz Haruna Dari, who is from Bechem United, alongside Johnson Opong, who all play for Bechem United. I see them in there, and they're definitely going to be involved in this particular one. So it sets up the tone for a great one, obviously, Eric.
Those new guys, they have a lot to do. Unlike those that have played the season before, they are into gel. We don't know how much they've gelled by now, because the gelling will be the antidote for their performance. But all you know, football has one language. So at all costs, you don't expect them to speak Ga with you or speak Hausa with you before you can perform. Football has its own language, which is a common norm for every player to understand. Because now you need to buy into the coach's philosophy with this game. So if you're able to put up a good show, understand his style of play, his system, everything, then you are good to go for the season.
Yeah, right. So good to go for the season. Eric Bequin says, what are we up for this afternoon? Wherever you're watching us from, these are live pictures coming in from the Accra Sports Stadium. It is the 2025 President's Cup. It's the 18th edition, and we're bringing it to you live on GH1 TV. Particular game, and so we're expecting to see Accra Hearts of Oak turn up also to warm up for this particular one. But obviously we're going to be bringing you a few of the statistics also for you to know, and also the players you should watch out for both sides. Well, so there you have Accra Hearts of Oak turning out also in that beautiful, look at the training kits, the warm-up kits, beautiful warm-up kits, right? I like the colors and what it brings to our football. We miss these kind of colors sometimes when they are even playing the league.
We don't know them as we speak, so we've seen them now, at least with the names behind it. Because there's a funny thing that goes on within the clubs, where after a season, jerseys that players have wear with their names on it will be covered.
That's it.
Given to a new player to use for training and friendly matches. But at least after every season, a player must have his jerseys to take home, maybe to give to the loved ones or something. But in Ghana here, most teams, they don't do that. They will collect all the jerseys and then reprint the back, which is not professional.
At all.
Where we've got the level that, because these jerseys that they are going to use today should be given to them. It's not a jersey that it's anniversary something, which they need to have the jerseys with them.
And so the name should have been at the back.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, Accra Hearts of Oak lads there on your screens are also warming up there. What are we set for? Yeah, so it promises to be quite a cagey encounter. And for the lovers of our own game, they were coming together. I thought maybe we were going to see some powder there, but hey, yeah. So the ways and means and what have you, Accra Hearts of Oak, anytime they come up against Kotoko, you heard Bequin also saying it there. But listen, I feel there's a message these players want to send across.
Yeah.
We are worried here because a few things, have not been put in place in terms of, their kits, in terms of the jersey numbers, in terms of their names behind the jerseys and what have you. But I believe very well that these lads also are poised for something. They want to send a message out there. They want to give their best also for the whole nation to see that our football is not dead. And for you, the legends, when you get to watch this thing, what does it bring back?
A lot. It brings a lot of, the past, what we used to experience by watching from afar, and you have the chance to be on the pitch now. You need to exhibit that quality. The reason why you were being scouted, this is where you need to showcase it for the fans to know their expectations for the season. So as a player, now it's not about the coach anymore. It's about you, the individual, what you are ready to, exhibit for us to watch. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, there's news trickling in that the place is getting jam-packed now. Ooh. And so we're just cautioning a few people. If you know you might not get a place to sit because the stands, a few stands have been covered. The place is a no-go area. The military is stationed there. Remember when Ghana took on Chad? They were asked not to go to that stand, the stand that faces the Independence Square, the beach, yeah. So it's been covered. That's where you see a huge banners being covered there. And so, listen, if you can't get into the stands and you can't get a seat, just get home
GH1
and tune into GH. Place, the momentum is picking up. The place is getting filled up. And what have you? Well, so yeah, we'll be listening to Coach Masood Didi Dramani pretty shortly. Before that, also let's check out this with regards to the statistics that you need to know coming into this particular one. Where as we're bringing it to you live. Okay, so let's hear my colleague Monica Bukari speak to Coach Masood Didi Dramani,
head coach of the club. What performance and tactics are we looking forward to in today's game?
I think that is so key that we're looking at the energy level, and then we're looking at the effort that comes out, and then we're looking at the performance. I think we're looking at how compact and then how controlling we can be when we have the ball, and how controlling we can be when we don't have the ball.
We also understand that Benjamin Asari will not be in post. We heard he's unwell. Tell us more.
Yeah, he's been down with malaria and then has not trained with the team for the past 1 week, and then he started running just yesterday, which was my day -1.
Now tell us, before I let you go, looking forward to the future, you being the head coach of the club, new season is coming up. What should we expect? Is it going to be a prelims for you to select your new squad ahead of 2026?
I think it's important that you cannot have a house without people. Every house needs people. And so we're putting the house together in the right ways, and then we're giving everyone the opportunity to show what he has. And then at the end of the day, it's a work in progress.
Thank you very much. We wish you all the very best.
Yeah, Coach Didi Dramani there speaking to my colleague Monica Bukari at the Accra Sports Stadium. Prepared feverishly for that particular one. But just for you to know a few things, let's check out the statistics of a few of the players to watch out for in this particular game. They've turned out, you saw them in their dressing room, the various teams and the various players and what have you. So this is it. Look out for this gentleman in post for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I'm talking about Mohamed Kamara there. He's a goalkeeper. The matches he's played when it comes between he and Accra Hearts of Oak, he's played 2 games so far, and he's kept 2 clean sheets, and he's not considered any goal at all when it comes to playing for Accra Hearts of Oak. So, yeah, there on your screens, Mohamed Kamara. There, what are we to expect? Eric Bequin is all smiles here. So, yeah, Eric, Kamara comes in with good stats against Accra Hearts of Oak.
Sure, because I mean, playing against Hearts of Oak 2 games with a clean sheet, it shows the kind of quality that he brings on board. So I think it's a good thing. And you know, both keepers, for now, when it comes to experience, I think the Hearts keeper is ahead.
Okay, let's go over to the Accra Sports Stadium now. Get to Monica as he speaks with Coach Karim Zito.
You know, matches between Kotoko and Hearts is quite different. The excitement, the moment is very different. Look at what is happening today. So you can't compare Dreams FC and Kotoko. You understand me? So Dreams FC against Kotoko is quite different from Kotoko against. But of course, anybody who's going to play a game definitely will have to win. So I come here to win.
Having Coach Didi Dramani as new head coach of Accra Hearts of Oak, does it pose any threat to you coming in charge of Kumasi Asante Kotoko?
Well, he's a very knowledgeable coach, but he will not be on the field, just as our almost all going to be on the field. We have our boys that will display what we taught them to do. So I think, yes, he has quality. I also have the quality, but the field will decide.
Will this serve as a preparatory grounds for you heading into the 2025-26 season?
Yes, I think not too much, because we should have gone for some weeks off. But here we are still playing. So I'm even afraid it will eat into, you know, we've qualified for Africa. So if I don't plan well, it will worry me. It's a fact. Because we have another champion of champions to play again. So look at it. I've not.
Eric Bequin, you heard Karim Zito, right?
Yeah, I think.
And you did say it here.
Yeah, I told you that it's going to be a game for 2 coaches.
Sure.
Yeah, the one whose trump card will work for the day will surely pick the day. As he said, they are not going to play. The principal actors are the players who are going to, exhibit whatever that they have been taught. So it's up to the players. I quite remember when Bashir Ford will tell you, General, because he has taught you everything on at the training ground. So you just come and then implement it, add yours to make it like it's your bona fide property. But you don't come and do something that you were not being taught, then it will be an underperformance something. So they need to put up a good game today. Exactly. I really can't wait for the referee to blast his whistle.
Exactly. Can't wait for the referee to blast his whistle for the kickoff, Eric Bequin says. But look at this. The Accra Sports Stadium. So when did you see this? Accra Hearts of Oak come up against Kotoko and the numbers such as these. It's free though. And with the President's Cup, as you know, the trophy is going to be presented. Okay, so they are marching in with a trophy for your information. This is what happens all the time. It's the Ghana Navy that brings the trophy onto the pitch for everybody to see. The trophy is not shown. So it's only shown here for you to see the kind of trophy that is being presented. So yeah, the trophy is going to be ushered in by the Ghana Navy, the parade, and then the trophy follows suit. So a beautiful ceremony it is, obviously, but to celebrate our president and also to celebrate our good football. And these are pictures there from the VVIP section of the Accra Sports Stadium. This is the VIP section of the Accra Sports Stadium, and the Navy band also there trooping in with that beautiful rendition and that march past. Also, when they get onto the pitch, it should tell you that the time is almost up, because when the trophy is brought, the president will give his speech and then kick off of that particular important duel between these two sides. Is the 2025 President's Cup coming to you live from your various homes on GH1 TV and Go TV. All right, so yeah, the ladies are also there in their numbers taking shots. Yeah, you can count on them when the ladies show up at at events like this. The pictures, I know they have enough bundle also to be sending it on social media, on TikTok, wherever. But follow us also on our social media handles on say kudos to the likes of Ghana League Clubs Association for putting this together in collaboration with the Ministry for Sports and Recreation, headed by Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, and also the chairman for Ghana League Clubs Association, Mr. John Kofi Ansa, putting this together. They are heavily supported by their partners, that is the Ghana Football Association and also the National Sports Authority. They made sure that this particular game is coming your way, and look at the organization and everything. It tells you that we love our football, we love our president, we want to showcase to him that our football is not dead. We want to send a statement out there. He should come and watch our football, he should invest in our football. That is the statement that today we are proposing to the sitting president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who in some few minutes will be joining them at the Accra Sports Stadium for this particular encounter.